some fun ones on prelims. We'll just do the main card. Gilbert Melendez, Jeremy Stevens. Gilbert Melendez, first fight at the UFC at 145. He's had, I think, 4 or 5 previous to this, not in the UFC at 45. So his first cut at 45, he's older. It's Jeremy Stevens, I think, second at 45 or third. I give a slight edge to Stevens just because he's fought there. Granted, he's lost his last 3 out of 4, but you lose to Max Holloway. He beat Henan Barral, lost to Frankie Edgar, then a split decision his last one. I would assume Stevens is the favorite. It's hard to bet against Stevens because, God, and also Melendez doesn't really get finished, man. I think he's only been finished. I mean, UFC 181, he got finished by Anthony Pettis guillotine. Other than that, he's a tough son of a bitch to finish. I don't like when a guy's older and he has to cut to 45. He hasn't done it in a long time. He's not used to the feeling. I think he's going to have his hands full with Stevens there. That's a tough fight to call, man. But because Stevens has done it before, they both need to win so goddamn bad. But listen, and I always say this. So if I'm a betting man, I would probably bet on Stevens. But I will be rooting for Gilbert Melendez. I can see Gilbert just out-wrestle him, get a decision win. But at 45, I don't know how he's going to look, especially being older. But I'll take Gil in the fight. Who you got, Jen?
I had Stevens in the fight, but now I'm 50-50, but I'll stick with Stevens.
All right, I got Gil. What else you got? Everyone's super high on this Pedro cat.
Yeah, he came out of nowhere, too.
God damn, he's powerful tattoos. Looks like a Moana character. I mean, Mert, Paul Craig, Roundtree, Warby. So he's only had 2 UFC fights, but like I said, everyone he's all the rave around the water cooler, y'all. And then Latifi, he got murked by Bader, but before then, he's had a good showing. I always like the new blood. At Latifi, he's as tough as they come, and he's a training partner of Gustafsson and all that stuff, and he's fought way bigger and tougher names. But I'll take the young blood in this one. I'm assuming Pedro's the underdog.
I didn't even look at the odds.
Goddamn, Ray Borg's plus 800. Pedro's plus 100. I like Pedro on that. All right, what else you got?
Your boy.
Ooh, Neil Magny, Dos Anjos. A lot of guys, when they go up to 170, it's a good move. But when you say that, you look at Masvidal, Jorge, you look at Cowboy, you're like, God, 70 looks so much better. They have so much success. Dos Anjos, those guys are tall. Those guys are taller too, so they're taller 55ers, lightweights. So it makes sense for them to fight at 70. With Dos Anjos, he's just so small for the division. However, against a guy like Neil Magny, I don't know if Neil can get away from him. It's a 3-round fight, which actually hurts Magny. But in that second and third round, since USADA kicked in, I'm a little worried about Dos Anjos. He had his win against Safdie in his first fight. He was actually going to fight for the title. If Maia wasn't ready to go, they were going to give Dos Anjos, and this is quoting John Anik from his podcast, the Florian Anik podcast. This is talking to Sean Shelby. He was going to fight for the title. He's going to fight Woodley.
Yep. I heard
crazy,
that too.
Right?
Yeah.
Which is insane. Dos Anjos just matches up well against Magny, unfortunately. I think, with his leg kicks, Magny doesn't have a lot of knockout power. He has to rely on his athleticism, his footwork. I just see Dos Anjos closing the distance, getting those takedowns, winning rounds. And on the ground, he has a huge advantage on the ground, jiu-jitsu-wise. Grappling-wise, he has an advantage, and then power-wise, he has an advantage. Neil, with his footwork, his reach, I think he's way taller than him, way taller. 6 inches taller.
Yeah.
10-inch reach taller, but Neil really doesn't use his reach to his advantage, which is trouble with a guy like Dos Anjos. I hate picking against my guys. This is just such a tough fight for Neil Magny. But again, what Dos Anjos do we get? Against Safdie, he look amazing at 70. I'll take Neil Magny by decision.
Cool. Next one.
Amanda Nunes, Shevchenko. See, Shevchenko is like, I call bullshit on her blaming allergies or whatever, congestion for her backing out. Yeah, sinusitis, whatever the fuck it was. She goes, I think she cut too much weight, didn't feel good, didn't want to fight me, not feeling 100%. There might be some truth to that, but I'll go with the champ here. You know, a lot of people talk about their old fight, Amanda Nunes, Shevchenko, where Amanda Nunes won round 1 and 2, and then the third round, Shevchenko came on like a banshee, definitely took the third round. They said if it went, 2 more, Shevchenko would have definitely won. I get that. That was a while ago, though, man. It was a while ago, and it was also, Amanda Nunes since then has done work. She's the champ. She's the champ now. She has the champion swagger, and also going to a 3-round fight, like she did against Kat, against Valentina. There's a pace you set. It's just a different way of fighting between 5 rounds, 3 rounds. Amanda Nunes knows this is 5 rounds. I think she gets a finish here. I think she's the hardest hitter in the division. Obviously, we've seen that from previous fights. I think she's the hardest hitter in the division. I think, Shevchenko doesn't really have the power to get her out of there early. And I think in those early rounds, Shevchenko's going to be hurt. And I think Amanda Nunes wins via TKO.
I'm 1,000,000% on Shevchenko.
Are you?
Yeah.
You think she's going to destroy her?
I think this is her time.
Wow.
And I'm mad at Amanda Nunes.
You're also mad at Amanda. Oh.
No, I was upset.
Cheryl was mad. I'm not upset.
I was upset before.
I'm not upset. I'm upset at Khabib for eating tiramisu. Yeah. That's what you should be upset about.
I was. All right, so the next one, DJ against Ray Borg.
DJ Ray Borg. Listen, Ray Borg, he's very good in transitions. His ground game's ridiculous. He's won 2 in a row. All decisions. His biggest kind of, I guess, talent would be his grappling and his ability in the transitions to capitalize on it. And people go, well, DJ did suffer a little bit when he fought Tim Elliott. Tim Elliott's huge. And there's also, that was a weird, he kind of overlooked him, but Tim Elliott's a huge 125. Obviously, he doesn't fight there anymore. So, Wilson Reyes is a ridiculous grappler, and he got submitted. So, I think this story is more about Demetrius Johnson passing Anderson Silva than him beating Ray Borg. Obviously, and that's the way they're marketing it. So I think Demetrius Johnson probably submits him or TKOs him 3rd round, 4th round.
Nice.
That's the story. Oh. So I got Melendez, Pedro. I hate picking against Magny.
I got Magny anyway, so you can pick it.
No, I'll take Magny. So I got Melendez, Pedro, Magny. Oh, by the way, all underdogs. Nunes and Demetrius Johnson, which is a no-brainer there. That's the fight card. Enjoy Edmonton, UFC 215 this weekend. Kiddos, the Taz Mexican Devil. That's a great nickname.